Alright, I've had enough of seeing depressing news, seeing a girl at the split with a pet, seeing a boy's heart get shattered after I nearly risked my life for it. So you know what? I'm going to do something that's less depressing and less dangerous than all that. I'm going to Ding Don Dell. I know my father was murdered there, but honestly, going to Ding Dong Dell feels like a step up at this point.
You just reminded me of something, Joe. I forgot to say this on the part with the side quest about the heartbreak of the kid. Did you notice how we heard a new track when the kid was having his heart broken? That was the Game Over theme, by the way.
Oh,
Wow.
All right, Shiro, go ahead.
It's a painter.
Poor kid.
Hipponoe.
You appear to be a stranger in these parts. Well, how do you do? My name is...
Hipponoe.
Ipono. Iponoe? Let's go with Hipponoe, yeah.
Greek-inspired name.
I could tell you're an artist.
Considering the look of the city, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like when Peter Parker introduced himself at the Daily Bugle. Hey, I'm Peter Parker, I'm a photographer.
An artist? Huh, that's wonderful. Can I see what you're working on?
Remember, Dweebs, it doesn't work all the time because Tintin still claims to be a journalist and we still have no proof of that.
But Theo, he did write that one article in the Black Island book.
Al Capone.
And Mario claims to be a plumber, but still.
Well, actually, sure, he does do plumbing in Super Mario 3D
From time to time.
And even in Mario Odyssey to an
It
extent.
is not yet complete.
Of course, painters.
Well, makes sense too. Just like any other art form, you only want to show it to the public when it's actually properly completed.
Tell that to game demos.
Well, okay, from artists,
Jova implying games are art.
It's not like they have their own Academy Awards.
I think every game should have a demo, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show, sometimes showing your art before it's done can help give you good criticism that'll go a long way.
Go ahead.
Hipponoe wants to share something with us, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, I am terribly shy. Too shy even to venture out and seek the help I need.
I can tell you're blushing.
Let me guess, you need a special ingredient for one of your pigments for
I
the
see
color.
where this is going. Spit it out, will you? What are you after?
There's only so much time we can waste.
Well, there is a certain something I require for my work, but it is not to be found in this kingdom, and I do not have the courage to venture further afield to find it.
Flippin' heck, man! Just tell us what you need to go and fetch, will you?
He's not very patient to do side quests anymore.
Well, Theo, why do you think I cast Dwebs as Lofty?
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead, Shuri.
I have heard that there's a special type of egg that changes color when it is boiled. Alas, I do not know its name, or where it might be found.
I'm not a specialist. I am not a specialist, but I do think I do recognize the fact that for some specific paintings, artists like to use other materials aside from paint, and maybe this
Actually, that's how paintings.
That's how paints are made.
People use the pigments. Well, some of them are still being used today, but there is a particular type of color, shade of orange or red, that is used by squashing bugs. That's a very specific type of bugs. Not joking.
So yeah, an egg that changes the color when boiled. Let's see, good egg, an everyday egg. But again, check the item description and see which one matches the one she asked. So basically, think of this as a mini Ace Attorney-esque compare evidence with the testimony kind of thing.
Alas, I do not know where it is to be found. Oh, my pocket? Oh, okay then.
Something for...
The jazz egg.
Okay.
Here you are. I bought you a jazz egg. This is the one you wanted, isn't it? The one that changes color when it's boiled.
Alrighty then. I love how her slippers look like
thin flippers.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yes, this is what I asked for. I cannot wait to see what hues it produces. Oh, I I am terribly sorry to ask, but there is one more thing I need you to bring me.
Oh, for flip's sake.
Is it a passport so you can join my kingdom?
Go ahead, Shuri.
Oh, it is a mushroom that reveals a...
Exotic places.
Another favor? I thought you said you were shy, man!
Jesus Christ, love.
She's shy, but except for people who actually talk to her, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
No,
she's one of
don't
those
worry,
people who,
Hipone.
like, you have to make
Just wait
conversation
here and
with
we'll
her.
bring you a mushroom.
No, I get the feeling she's lying. She's not shy, she's just bloody lazy.
Well, whether or not she's lying or not, I'm sure we'll get a nice reward from it.
all right, let's see.
Crappy painting.
All right, reveals a remember, Shiroi, we're trying to keep this family friendly. This game, I mean. So, anyway,
Screw. Well, if you wanted it family friendly, then why did you have me be in the playthrough?
No. I'm speaking from Hino's perspective, obviously, but yeah, sure.
Fuck Hino's perspective. I'm doing what I want.
I mean,
We Brits have a habit of ruining things.
And then Hino calls the security. I'm afraid, Mr. Harley, I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave because we don't.
Fine, I'll make my own level 5 with blackjack and hookers.
Well, shouldn't you call it level 6 then?
No, fuck. I'm calling it level 10 because I'm twice as good.
There you go. Then.
Ooh, sizzle.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, this is it. This is the same thing.
Whatever, go ahead.
You have bought me such beautiful things. I wonder if I could trouble
Sorry.
you.
Absolutely not, man.
You-
You don't need our help no more. I'd say that so-called shyness of yours has been well and truly cured.
There you go.
See, it's all part of the plan.
Don't worry, Shura, that was on purpose. I interrupted that dialogue on purpose for the sake of Lofty interrupting her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should be ashamed of
Please
yourself,
stop me that.
taking advantage of poor Evan's generosity again and again. You are lazy, bitch.
There you go. There you go. See
I
this?
should intervene, but he is speaking on my behalf. I mean, it was very nice of you to stand up for
I
me.
mustn't say things like that, Evan. If you don't say it, it would escalate and get worse.
But I actually
Go
did.
ahead, Shuri.
No, your little friend is correct. I have been taking advantage of your kindness, and I do not feel. And I do feel.
Hey, I'm going to keep my eyes a lot more on this one now.
Shura, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
It's the Britishness within her, Pedro. The knack to ruin everything.
What?
No. I'm still in the mode of that other character we saw last part.
Great, she's gone.
Basically,
Now what have you done,
okay.
Lofty?
Basically, she apologized to us and she promised that she wouldn't do it
You're
again.
gonna stand up for yourself. I ain't got no choice but to do it for you, have I? But if you want to go traipsing off to wherever this two goddesses shit is, be my guest, man.
Wait, hold on. I thought there were 3 goddesses, hence the Triforce.
Well, this ain't bloody Zelda, man. Besides, this time I ain't nowhere near as complicated, okay?
I suppose.
The
Reminds
Zelda
me of
timeline was a mistake.
I mean,
Which
it
reminds
doesn't
me
seem
of that,
too complicated. I mean, all it is that there's one timeline that eventually divides into 3
Alright, Evan,
timelines.
I get it!
Reminds me of that awkward zombie comic about the characters of Smash Bros. Conflicting because they have such different religions. Then Palutena steps in.
That pretty much puts an end to it.
Well, look at that. It's the couple from the other side quest from a few
Hello.
parts ago. Anyway, hey, Panoi.
Boy, Lofty's gonna love her. Go on, Sherry.
Oh, you came. I'm so glad. Thank you.
Wait, is this a date all of a sudden?
Hold on, she's about to tell us something. Hold on. Go ahead, Shuri.
The Quay was where we came
Key.
to greet
Visitors to our kingdom.
visitors to our kingdom and
To say farewell. Blah, blah, blah.
And today I have come to say farewell to my old self. You have shown me that I have no need to be timid. Indeed, your little friend has shown me that my shyness was merely an illusion.
No problem, my love. I'm just glad you come out of your shell a bit, that's all.
So basically, she just needed someone to call her out on her bullshit.
As am I, believe me. Now, as I said, I have one last favor to ask you. Feel free to refuse, of course, but I would like you to allow me to come and join you in your kingdom.
I would like you to allow me to
called
come
it.
and join.
Called it.
I cannot promise that I will stop pestering you with annoying requests. Which I won't.
Well,
I do
sorry, you can't
promise
join.
to paint you the most beautiful painting.
Oh, that sounds great, Pony. I can't wait to
Well,
see them.
well, look,
Have fun.
well, look at it this way, Dwebs. We could use her to paint the royal family portrait. You usually...
Also,
Good deal. Fertile mind.
also, Lofty, think about it. If she joins our kingdom, that means technically she's under your jurisdiction.
Alright, then I can pass a law saying no one bloody annoying requests.
As you wish.
Alright, now we're gonna do some more kingdom managing, and we're gonna go to Ding Don Dell still in this part.
I apologize if my loudness earlier has deafened the audience.
Nah, I've heard louder.
Fine.
This quiet offense,
People on the internet complain too much. Anyway, moving on. Alright, first I need to tend to my OCD, obviously. And now back to Evermore. Oh, never mind. Am I going to go to Broadleaf first? Alright, let me see. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Yeah, there's still one more citizen we need to get. I forgot about him.
Ha!
I think.
I called it. I knew it.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Turns out, Jova, he can only be obtained in Chapter 9, so
Yeah,
it was me
yeah.
checking something. There you go.
Yeah, but you went to try and get him.
Well,
Like I said, think of the most where?
yeah, it's the elevator. Remember, we already took this back in
Oh, I
Broadleaf.
didn't know it happens all the time.
Huh.
Well, you can you can take the elevator if you want, but obviously the faster way is through fast travel, unless of course there's a specific place that doesn't have a trapdoor that you want to go in. Oh, I know what I'm doing right now. I think I know. I'm just double checking to make sure there are no more side quests left to do. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead, Joe. You were saying.
I mean, at this point, if there's any other side quests to do, surely you could do them after the Young Dill section.
Don't worry, this doesn't take long. I'm just checking each proper place. Oh, never mind. There is one. There is one there. However, that particular side quest can only be. No, actually, that particular side quest can only be done in the post game. So we'll wait there. We'll wait for them.
It can only be done in the post game. Why would they showcase it now then?
Basically, Joe, but that guy asks us for an amazing dish that can only be obtained with an ancient recipe from a kingdom that's long been destroyed since then. So basically, we have to wait till we finally get into the post game before we can finally get onto that shit.
Seems weird that they would present a quest that you can only complete in the post game in the main game.
Evan, not for nothing, man, but why were we going all over the place?
I don't know. A sudden case of OCD came over me. Maybe it's one of those spirits.
We can build a farm here, but we need the Emerald Finger skill, which we don't.
No, it's that thing from the new Black Mirror thing on Netflix. The player is controlling you through Netflix.
Easy now.
Seriously?
That's one of the endings. You can have it so that the main character is being controlled by you from the future, and he goes insane and is like, "Yeah, I fucked your day up into being my friend from the future."
Wait. Hi, is it a show or a game?
It's a choose your own adventure thingy on Netflix. For Black
So it's
Mirror.
like one of those, if you choose this selection, go to this point in the video or something?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Is that what Telltale is trying
Well, how
to do?
else were they gonna do it via Netflix, honestly?
And one of the endings is, you could have it so that the main character was controlled by Netflix.
I have yet to see it. Is it part of the Black Mirror series itself, or is it its own separate series?
So what you're telling me is that
a couple of days ago.
So what you're telling
very
me
new.
So what you're telling me is that someone is trying to carry on the original vision for Quantum Break, apparently.
Kinda.
So in a sense, it's both a TV show and a game.
Well, remember, Dwez, the original point of Quantum Break.
Only the one thing, Jova. Yes, Pedro?
Well, remember, Dwez, the original point of Quantum Break was to have the game parts, and then the story, what you've done in the choices you made in the games would get reflected in the actual TV show that would air on TV. But because Microsoft canceled all of that, we well, we all know what came of it. Check our playthrough if you haven't, people.
Technically, it did come to be. It's just that TV show did not get as much as it was supposed to.
Probably because it was garbage. But anyway, go ahead, Shuri.
And most of the differences amounted to, hey, that monitor is missing, or hey, that statue isn't there. Yeah, there were some more major changes here and there, but when it came to describing all the multiple different scenarios and routes and whatnot, it sometimes got chalked up to minuscule stuff like that.
I had thought that within the realm of aesthetic sensibilities, my skills were unimprovable, but perhaps I was wrong. I feel that I have more to learn, and more to give.
Nice to hear.
Could you actually make a mohawk for Lottie?
I don't want a bloody mohawk, man!
It looks like a cheese ball. How do you make a different haircut?
All
That's
right.
the problem. That's the problem, ma'am. I'm not a bloody dragon 3/4 of the time.
All right.
Well,
Let's check the Citizen Almanac.
About your hair.
All right. Let's
Yeah,
see.
sure,
Brooke.
your hair is,
All right.
The
So
difference,
Brooke is
Lottie,
an
that-
Brooke is an expert programmer who's worked on a host of Broadleaf's biggest products. She's a nerd at heart, which may explain why she and Zip get along so famously. The games she plays to take her mind off the job have given her surprisingly good sword skills. There you go, kids. Playing RPGs makes you good at fencing, apparently.
Well, playing Wii Fit can make you more fit.
Alright, Ipone. An artist who was extremely reticent about letting anyone see her work, but overcame her lack of confidence with Evan's help and is now much admired, particularly for landscapes. Her nervous disposition means she still struggles to paint strangers.
Evans, I was the one who did it!
Well, to be fair, it was also a mixture of both of us.
But
Forkis.
I was the one who...
Comes from a family with a long tradition of serving in the Hydropolitan Army, and it's said that his mere presence can change the course of a battle. His good breeding and gentle nature make him almost as popular with the ladies as Thomas. Almost.
He's a good breeder. No wonder his presence can change the turn of battle. Everyone on the other side falls head
Milos
over
is a student
heels
of the
for
mysterious arts of sorcery and divination. He had an overprotective mother who fussed over him, but he's not remotely spoiled and is gentle and kind to all. He has always been fascinated by the world and loves books about faraway places.
Wait, that last guy was called 4Kids, so wait, you was in Pokemon too? Pokemon 4Kids.
Dutching, an apothecarian expert in herbal remedies from Golpaw. He's good-hearted by nature, but prefers to keep his hidden, affecting an aloof, almost arrogant manner. He avoids fortune tellers in case they reveal the terrible truth that he's actually a perfectly nice guy.
How dare they?
I can't let people know I'm nice. That's bad for business.
But, like, never mind.
Well, maybe he's just shy and doesn't really want to let his true nature shine because maybe he doesn't like to socialize with people. There are some people out there. Again, I'm not an expert on the case, but I have heard of people that intentionally try to come off less nice than they actually are because they don't like socializing, because they know if they seem nice, people will want to socialize with them. Again, I'm not a specialist in what I'm saying. I want to stress that, but I have heard of that. That's a thing. Alright, so like Roland planned, let's land here, and we'll enter Ding Don Dell from behind.
Alright.
There we go. Hey, Mr. Monster. Bye.
At least it's not a re-dead.
Alright, let's see. There we go. Entrance should be around here somewhere. There you go. Cutscene triggered. So there you go.
So if we put the Marker Kings just here, we can be rid of this chibi affliction. As soon as we enter, of course.
Oops.
He's verbed.
Oh, tidy! Kingsway, here we come!
Alright. See? Oh.
Nice Breath of the Wild robe there, kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first kingdom of the previous game becomes the last kingdom of the second. Welcome back to Ding Don Dell.
Surprisingly has upbeat music.
Yes, it's a rendition of the original Ding Don Dell theme from the first game.
It's ironic. I was expecting everything to be grim, darker, and everything.
Well,
The Leaf Book message from before gives you an actual hint, and the statues gives me another one. I'm pretty sure, Jova, there has been some ethnic cleansing.
Obviously.
I get the feeling.
Is she right? It's Bracken.
Oh. So this is Ding Don Dell, huh? It's like something out of a picture book.
It literally is in a picture book. In the Wizard's Guide.
Yeah, Wizard's Companion, but yeah. Alright. And Tani's watching the view.
It feels different from when I was last here.
Yeah, no shit.
Hello?
Hey, dudes, we just arrived at Ding Don Dell.
Yeah, I know.
The town appears peaceful, yet one cannot help but notice a distinct lack of grimalkin.
Oh, you know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
Dudes?
But they all jump ship and set sail for safer shores, I shouldn't wonder.
Unlikely. Mausinger has had the citizenry under close scrutiny ever since the coup. If they didn't get away fast, they didn't get away at all.
So where could they be then?
I heard they've been all moved to some kind of underground slum somewhere. Oh, I don't know much more.
So
So
that would sound a bit muffled if he's wearing that thing on his face.
Okay.
Please, I'm operating on Assassin's Creed logic.
She right?
That
Also-
sounds miserable.
That's right. That's
Terrible.
right. King Mausinger has been forcing the cats to live in the slums.
Let's see. Hostile takeover, upbeat marching music.
Now, question, Jova. Where were the mice living during the time that the cats were the ones in charge?
Most living in the sewer, of course.
Well, there you go then. Only if you had Roland and will agree not to remove your hoods. You are both too well known here for comfort. Yeah, true.
Okay.
For a
You
second,
can
I
still
thought
see
they
the
were
tail, though.
For a second, I thought they were doing the.
It's not exactly the world's best disguise, but I guess I'll have to do for now.
Yeah,
Covers
Pedro, for a
his
second.
ears, at least.
Yeah, Pedro, for a second there, I thought they were going to do the Imperial March. Dun, dun,
It reminds me. It
dun,
reminds me of the Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance game where Lin is like, "We need disguises," and they just put a simple hood. Perfect.
This is Joe's new rendition of the Ding Don Dell theme from the first game, Julips.
Sounds quite militaristic. Reminds me of good old Nazi Germany, especially in the Indiana Jones
Gee,
movies.
I wonder.
Wait, hold. A race of mice people who are basically acting like Nazis in a fantasy setting.
And the
Jova,
Axis powers at that.
is this like kind of like that weird Nutcracker live action movie?
Yeah, so I was thinking that too.
I haven't seen that yet. You're telling me what now?
I see it a couple of years ago, and it's weird.
Wait.
I've
Wait,
watched a
hold on,
couple of
wait,
videos.
He's
hold
not
on.
talking about the Disney one, Joe.
Oh, never mind.
There's this weird live action.
Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Oh, it's
Guess-
human.
Oh, Swift, the original Swift Solutions. Fan service.
Anyway, basically, Joe, apparently, according to a Russian director, the Nutcracker is apparently all about Nazi symbolism.
Of course, a Russian.
Yeah, basically.
Cracker.
Teo,
And I've seen a couple of
Yes,
video reviews.
Pedro?
It looks god awful.
Teo, is it weird that I'm feeling nostalgic over a game that came out 5 years ago?
That's usually
all
That is-
the things.
that is sometimes the cutoff date for nostalgia in some regards.
That's why I asked if it was weird.
Well,
So yeah, let's ask.
game-
Look, the Quartermaster store.
Well, there's the fact that if the first game in itself contained a lot of symbolism and imagery from classic Ghibli, that alone makes a nostalgic effect. So it's something that repurposes itself over time.
Obviously.
Also, not only that, I mean, we didn't even think for a while that this would even get a sequel, so...
Alright, the basic gist of it is that we're going to quietly ask around for all the people to see if we can find where the
Hey,
grimalkin
fellow
is.
citizen, I'm totally not suspicious. How are you?
Yeah.
What about your tail?
It's actually a bit of a condition, see?
You see, this is my persona.
And meanwhile, Tani's going around. Saying, "Do you know where he is? Do you know where he is?"
All right.
That's also actually a good point. There hasn't been a sighting of fairies so far in this world, so Lofty may be a bit suspicious here.
I wonder if they're
This
extinct.
is my pet.
It's interesting to say that, Teo, because when we get to the Lair of the Lost Lore DLC and we get to the Roland's Journal side quest, Roland will also make a comment similar to this. But
Sorry, go ahead.
So we'll get some implications from that, but go ahead.
Also, feel about the portraits of Evan and Roland actually change accordingly. Usually the RPGs don't do that, so that's nice.
Also, another thing that we haven't seen, but should have seen, they haven't mentioned others lately. Now, granted, yeah, there's obviously not as much a focus, but am I the only one who finds it just a bit suspicious that we have no idea who Roland's other is yet? Or
also, other minor question. Outside of this particular chapter, can you use the hood costumes actually outside of it?
No,
After this
only during this part.
That's kind of a shame.
Jova,
it's a minor thing anyway. So.
Well, Jova, technically, we haven't even established any kind of soul mate concept in this particular game.
We've established that for the most part, things in this world pretty much work the same way they did in the first game, which, makes sense, obviously. And wait, I could have sworn that they did mention others at some point.
Well,
maybe
someone actually had to use the gateway spell to get Roland here.
True.
Well, we'll see. Pickle, blah, blah, blah. Look at that, a black sheep.
Not only that, but let's not forget.
Actually, it's alpaca.
Yeah, sure, it's alpaca. Go ahead, Shiri.
The mouse soldiers say that the grimalkins are criminals who are causing chaos in the kingdom.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't even seen any for a while. Can they really be doing all the bad stuff they're being blamed for?
Oh, my child.
They even reshaped the gate accordingly. I just noticed that. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like it's. Remember in the original. Remember in the original game, it was shaped like a cat head, but now.
I think you all remember the song. And the Fiora says he is the master race. Yeah.
Hey, look, a gun! Hey, Dwebs, you were mentioning 4 kids.
It's a bayonet.
Hey, Dwebs, if you mentioned 4 kids earlier, could you imagine if this was being localized by 4 kids? He would be holding an invisible gun.
If we don't plan our approach carefully, there could be trouble. Lofty, stop spazzing out and follow me.
Anyway, there's also another extra thing. Obviously, it works just fine on its own if you haven't played the first game. But for those who have played the first game, like us, it becomes an even extra interesting because remember, we're so used to Ding Don Dell being a happy place where nothing goes wrong outside of that one moment.
Music is clearly happy. There is nothing wrong here. Move along now.
I can mention now.
Why are we leaving?
Basically, I forgot. Basically, I forgot something. Hold on.
OCD.
Same, I guess.
Evan, wait, weren't we supposed to be going around talking to people? Why are we leaving again?
I just wanted to demonstrate something. Basically, there you go. There you go. If we try to land here now, Roland will say.
It's dangerous to land here.
It's dangerous to land here. Yeah, basically, we don't want to be too much time in Ding Don Dell because we might be discovered. So basically, we need to wait till we finish Chapter 8 before we can do the quest for Floyd, like I've already explained. So basically, that's. Basically, I think if I remember correctly, what I was trying to do was trying to see. Okay, let me just double check if I. What is it, Jova?
You're letting it control you,
Well, this is a story-heavy part. I mean, I don't mind it being linear.
Well, yeah, the side quest doesn't have anything to do with the main story.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. I can tell that Hino was trying very hard to try to make the side quests have some kind of, at the very least, some kind of minor connection to the plot. If anything, as part of Evan's arc, in the sense of, meeting a lot of new people and therefore getting a lot of experience that will be helpful for him to become a good king.
Yeah, I get that, but would Evan really sidestep all this just to get Floyd his cooking materials, which it turns out we can't even get yet anyway?
Welcome to JRPGs, Jova. In JRPGs, you can just stop the main quest regardless of whether it's a tense moment, so you can do side quests. That's just what happens when you give control to the player in that regard.
Not only that, Jova, but I did the same thing with the first Nier, so I don't see that big of a problem here.
And also, I'm going to be doing the same for Nier Automata.
Oh, no, normally I'm fine with it. It's just we couldn't even get it done. That was but whatever. It's no big deal anyway.
All right.
It's just a funny running thing anyway.
So,
all right, everybody. In the next part, we start questioning people about where could the grimalkin be. So see you then.
See ya.
See you.
See ya.